Welcome back, and are we having fun at ChiroThon 2022? The energy in this building is so strong that we are having a massive storm outside. So if you hear a little bit of thunder, that's only to add to the excitement of tonight. And speaking of excitement, this has been streaming all day, all Friday, and you have joined us multiple times. Thank you. On behalf of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, it has been an absolute pleasure to be able to bring these vignettes to you. We know there's a different audience out there listening, but there is a fantastic audience all throughout the national, in Florida. Currently, we're in Orlando, Florida. So tonight, a very special guest. But before we go there, I want to remind you of two things. We are here to celebrate the entire profession of chiropractic. We're elevating tonight the education of what is chiropractic doing around the world. That is a fabulous, new and inspiring information you may never have even known about. The third thing, support. We cannot educate the entire world without you. Our goal during ChiroThon 2022 is to make our $250,000 goal. And we can't do it without you. Every single dollar matters. And as you noted at the very beginning of ChiroThon, $1, thanks to our very generous sponsors, can turn into $4. Just by being generous, you can make a difference across the globe. Speaking of the globe, we are now going to turn to our very special guest. And let me just tell you about how special he is. We have one of the very well-experienced across the globe kind of individual, Dr. John Mulpey. He is the 17th president of the World Federation of Chiropractic. And we could not have a better leader than a man that's been in practice for 45 years, sharing his wisdom, his love of chiropractic. And I know he has a love of chiropractic. I sat here before we were ready to go live, and I can tell you he inspired, energized, and motivated me to be even better at the job I do. So let's talk about who and where he has come from. He's a graduate from Palmer College, 1977. He's also been continuous in practice, and as the former president of the International Chiropractic Association and a leader in every way, shape, and form. He says what he means what he says, and he steps up to the plate. And that really is what this profession is all about. It's action-orientated. So don't forget, when you drill down, you'll see that donate button. Be as inspired of a leader as Dr. Maltby. Once you hear him, I believe you're going to want to donate so his message can get out to the entire world. So I want to also share with you a couple of fun facts about our guest. He has 10 grandchildren, and he practices with a effervescence for the older aging adults. So he mentioned some snowbirds. So those of you that are up in Canada, you're welcome down. Dr. Mulpey will be there to take care of you no matter your age. So let's get started. We have some important questions to ask him today. We're going to start it off with, tell us exactly what the World Federation of Chiropractic is doing to support the chiropractic profession globally.
Well, Sherry, that's kind of a multifaceted question because there's so many parts to it. The World Federation represents over 93 countries around the globe. Direct relationships, non-state actor relationship with the World Health Organization. So basically, we are the representative to the United Nations and the World Health Organization of chiropractic. And because of that relationship, we open doors for chiropractic in countries where doors have not been opened by developing more opportunities for people to receive chiropractic care.
You said a very important part in that one statement, which is the World Health Organization. Can you kind of share with us, how does the WFC work with the World Health Organization? Because we know out there You're all very familiar with the WHO, but are you familiar with how the World Federation of Chiropractic is supporting the WHO?
Probably the most important thing is that we represent to them what chiropractic is. In other words, we get to define chiropractic. In fact, we started a new program that was last done in 2005 that is called the Benchmark Program that the WHO has put together. We will be doing that with input from chiropractors around the world, from academics as well as practitioners, from people involved in government and all different phases of chiropractic, so that we can establish what the WHO will understand are minimum standards for chiropractic or for someone to practice chiropractic no matter where they are in the world. It's a huge project. We're very excited about it. We've already received all our funding from independent sources for the project to go through, and we'll be starting really within the next month. Probably the most important, again, is establishing what the minimum standards and the image of chiropractic is for countries that do not have chiropractic and want to have chiropractors.
I love it. Many of you may not even know that we're across the globe. In fact, we do have the largest population in the United States of America, but we are in Canada and we are across the globe. So if you know someone who may not be in the United States, know that there's chiropractic available for them as well. And for those of you in the United States, you can find a chiropractor. If you're listening tonight and you're for the first time thinking, you know what, I would like to try chiropractic. I've listened all Friday and I thought, this is something that I would like to do for myself that's drug-free. We call it wellness care, taking care of ourselves. And you can do that by going to our website, f4cp.org/find-a-doctor, and you will find fantastic doctors like Dr. Mulpey. Now, Dr. Mulpey, back to the WFC. Now that we know that you're working with the World Health Organization, what are some of the projects that you are particularly excited about or inspired about that the WFC is doing?
Well, one of the new projects that I'm very excited about, we've called Project Africa. What we don't know in the United States is the opportunity outside in third world countries, we might say, there are no chiropractors. I mean, in South Africa, there's 800-900, there's 10 in Namibia, and in the rest of the continent, there's 1 or 2 chiropractors spread here and there. We're trying to develop a program to where we're offering scholarships to students from those third world countries to get a chiropractic education and dealing with corporates to help reestablish them back in that country. And at the same time, working with those government agencies who want chiropractors there. So it's a very exciting time. And the deal is that what we're excited about is that partnering and working with groups like the Foundation, which are going to help meet that need. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about serving the patient. And it's hard to serve a patient with chiropractic care when there's no chiropractor.
That is such an important point, is the growth of our profession is happening right now. And you are part of that growth. So when we bring leaders on to talk about what does the growth look like and how are we building it, it really starts with education. And educating not only the consumer on the utilization of a drug-free, safe, effective care, but also energizing governments to see what's happening around the world. And if you could talk a little bit about what does low back pain around the world in terms of disability look like, and why would chiropractic play such a fundamental role?
Well, the WHO did a survey. The #1 disability on planet Earth is low back pain. It's the #1 crippling problem in the world. And I think #4 is neck pain. Now, we don't understand that, but like somebody shared with me one time, if somebody in a third world country becomes disabled, they can't work. It's more than that. They don't get disability, their family dies. You see, this is so much of a bigger picture that we inside the United States can't really comprehend. But outside of our safe shell here, the world is in such dire need of the services that we provide to the planet. And through these partnerships that the Foundation and WFC are developing, is to make that expand. it's about providing the health care for the patient so people can live productive lives, so people can live a healthy life, so people can aspire to something more than being in pain all the time or having no alternative type of health care to help them get better. That's why one of the things we're doing is contacting hospitals in some of these third world countries to open up doors. And guess what? They're excited about it. They want it. They understand that chiropractors are the best answer for that problem. Universally, they understand it. We need to take advantage of it. And again, that's why I support and donate to the foundation. Because guess what? It's all of us chipping in together. It's going to make the big difference for the planet.
You're absolutely right, and we couldn't be more grateful because not only is he a leader in this profession and he's changing the world by his leadership, but he graciously has donated to the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress personally. And I want to say that his talk about educating and inspiring others to bring chiropractic into their situation, whether it's local government, whether it's in South Africa, Brazil, anywhere around the world, think about what it really means. In the United States, if you have low back pain, you have lots of options. There are some barriers to your care that you will need to functionally work through as well. But you're getting educated tonight on what it means to someone that has no options. It's not about opioid use, abuse, or misuse. This is about fundamentally feeding your family and fundamentally being able to have the quality of life they deserve. And with that leadership and educating, and speaking of educating, I think it's really important to know, the corporate sponsors that we have for this particular vignette are the publishers. And we brought the publishers to this sponsorship for a very important reason. Not only do they educate the chiropractic community, but they're always ensuring we're on top-notch quality of care, bringing out the research, bringing out the stories, and bringing out the important impassioned moments. American Chiropractic Magazine, Dynamic Chiropractic, and Chiroeconomics. We can't thank them enough for being part of what's happening in the world today. And Dr. Maltby, thank you for the leadership that you have and some of the things that you have already been involved with. If you were to talk to our consumer out there, I know there's chiropractors around the world that are listening right now, and we appreciate you. We're going to talk to you, the consumer and the chiropractors around the world. What message would you like to bring to them to let them know you're there for them?
I owe my life to chiropractic. I'm not talking about my livelihood. I'm talking about my life. It saved me when I was very young and very ill and nobody helped me. Two things I've learned. You can't outgive God, and I can't outgive chiropractic. I give back because of what I received. And we have the opportunity to do that. What better summarizes that is a story, a true story, of a lady who's a nun. She's a chiropractor. She's in the Congo. She runs an orphanage. She gets no pay. But she gives these kids hope and care. And about 6 months ago, the word went out her chiropractic table was broken. She didn't have a table. She was running out of supplies. In 3 phone calls, I raised enough money to not only get her table, but totally resupply her clinic because everybody saw the need. You have to know the need, and you got to be not afraid to ask. Folks, I don't get paid for any of this stuff I do. I just want you to know that. I'm here because I love this profession. I love the opportunities it's given me to help people get well in 45 years of practice. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity of that even going further in an international mode to countries that have never even heard of chiropractic. You know, that's a vision I see, but that's real doable. I mean, it's doable by us coming together, different groups coming together, the foundation, the WFC coming together with the same vision to make chiropractic accessible to everybody on the planet. I mean, at the end of the day, what did I say earlier? It's about the patient.
About the patient.
And we want to touch those people for chiropractic. And that's what the WSC is bringing to the table. That's what the foundation is bringing to the table. I mean, the idea of getting more people on chiropractic care.
That is exactly why he's a leader across the globe. And as I said, and he said, he would not be here if it wasn't for chiropractic. He had an experience, someone brought him to chiropractic, it changed his life. And here he is, 45 years of giving back. And I'm asking those that are out there right now, can you give back? There are people suffering disability, unable to do their work. They don't know the message and the benefits of chiropractic care. You right now have an opportunity to give hope, to give that benefit to them. Buy those barriers, because those barriers are in fact real. They're real until someone like that sister had a broken table, was unable to take care of her community, was able after 3 phone calls and a loving heart to make it happen. And I will tell you this, having traveled a lot, and my teenagers will tell you that when I am opening up presentations on in the airline seat, I usually get kind of a shift in the seat, and the person will say, and look at my slides and say, "Are you a chiropractor?" And I say happily, "Yes, I am." "Oh, I love my chiropractor." If I had $1 for every single person that said, "Oh, I love my chiropractor," we would have met that $250,000 goal already. So don't wait. Please participate. This is an example of true leadership, of putting all time, effort, and love in what he does. And if you're a consumer looking for a chiropractor, know that we have you. If you're a doctor out there, thank you for joining us and ensuring that the world knows who and what you do. Because we are here at ChiroThon 22 to celebrate this fabulous profession, to elevate the message across the globe, and last, to support the people that are suffering and the people that deserve the benefits that only chiropractic can give. I want to thank you on this evening for joining Dr. Mulpey and myself. On behalf of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, we are extraordinarily grateful for your participation tonight. I know it's not easy to zoom in on these calls and be with us, but we know you're out there and we thank you. Join us all day Saturday to help raise awareness, to help celebrate, and to impassion the rest of the world to seek the benefits of chiropractic care. Thank you so much, Dr. Mulpey.
Thank you.
And thank you out there in the audience.